Hello and welcome to History of Ancient Greece. Here's a quick video about the course and how it works. In this course, we're going to be exploring the most influential culture of the ancient world, from a handful of fiercely independent city-states strewn across the islands and mountainous lands of the Aegean, come a culture that redefined civilization, seeking not merely balance and stability, but the pursuit of the ideal of what humans are capable of as individuals and communities. As we follow their development from Bronze Age conquerors to the arbiters of war, art, and rational thought in the Mediterranean world, I want you to come to your own conclusions about the kinds of reasons why the Greeks developed this way, the drawbacks of this pursuit of the ideal, and how it all culminated in, shockingly enough, the worst war the ancient world had ever seen, fought between the Greeks themselves. A war that could not prevent the infusion of Greek culture and mythos across all corners of the Mediterranean. This website is the syllabus for the course, so it's important that you page through the entire course website and take note of the expectations, requirements, and policies, as well as the resources available to support your work. As with any course, you are responsible for the contents of the syllabus. If you want a PDF version to refer to or to print, look for the printer icon at the top right of any page. This course meets in person once a week on Thursday nights. For each class meeting, you need to come into class having done the assigned readings for that class. It's critically important that you come into class prepared, having studied and thought about the readings assigned for that day, so that we can spend our time discussing the place and time we're looking at for that meeting and hashing out together our own understanding of their values, their perspectives, and their relationship with their neighbors, ancestors, and descendants. For this class, in addition to the textbook, we will also be reading short primary source excerpts from a reader I compiled, which is available on the website. This way, you're not just hearing what Professor Pomeroy and her colleagues think, or what I think. You're hearing actual voices from the Greek world, thousands of years ago, telling us what's important to them, what they value, what they dream, what they fear. Each week, starting with week 3, there'll be a selection of relevant excerpts from the reader for you to choose from. I'm asking you to read one each week, and then spend some time thinking about what the author is trying to say and what the reading can tell us about the time and place it comes from. In the middle of the semester, we'll also take a break from that for 2 weeks and read a Greek comedy called Clouds, which we should have a great time discussing. On our meeting days, you come in having done the readings, and we get together at that time and talk about what we got out of the readings. But what I really want is for you to discuss and debate and ask questions as a group. And I'll be there with you, responding and discussing. This discussion, the questions we ask and the reactions we share and discuss, this is how we make all of this real and regain the immense benefit of doing this together and making sense of it together, rather than all of us doing it separately. So, in each class meeting, we'll come in having done the readings, then we'll sort through together what the key ideas and takeaways are for each time and place. Please use this discussion to help us all really understand the complex and fascinating world of the ancient Greeks. At the start of some meetings, there will be also a quiz based solely on the readings for that day. A further reason to come into class prepared and ready to discuss the assigned readings. The quizzes are not made up, so it's vitally important that you come into class not only prepared, but on time and ready to go. Each of you will also choose 2 of the readings from the reader, one in the first half of the course and one in the second half, to give a presentation on for the class. The requirements are on the Essays tab in the syllabus. So you write up your presentation and then you present it in class. You'll be introducing this reading to anyone who didn't read it and giving a starting point for our discussion of that reading and what it tells us. Your presentation should explore what the author is trying to say, what the kinds of insights this reading gives us into the time and place it comes from, and how it fits into the bigger picture of the things we're talking about in class. So the timing is like this. You need to sign up for the reading of your choice. You sign up on the sign up page shown here. So you need to do that at the start of the semester. Then, the week we actually discuss that reading you chose, you present it in class. You also post a Word or PDF version of it to Blackboard so that I can grade it, just as with your other essays. Speaking of essays, you'll be writing one on clouds. The details are all in the syllabus, as well as the requirements for all papers. You'll also be writing a research paper due at the end of term, where you'll need to take a position on some question or issue relating to the Greek world and support that position using primary and secondary sources that you found. Start thinking now about what you might be interested in exploring, whether you're interested in literature, in philosophy, in war, in gender, in Sparta versus Athens, in the legacy of the Bronze Age Greeks or the Minoans. Think about what you might be interested in exploring. We'll be working through the project in stages. The first stage is a one-page proposal due in week 7, where you describe your topic and state the position you think you'll be arguing, and I'll give you feedback on that, whether it's too big or whether you need to add something to it, what kinds of research materials will work with that topic. More on all that to come. There will also be a written exam at the end of the semester. We'll talk about that as we get closer to the end of term. Okay, so email me with any questions at mark.wilson@lehman.cuny.edu. I'm looking forward to exploring the world of Hellas together.